What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Into the Void, our little podcast we do here on the Sword channel, guys. I have got a very special guest on today. I am super happy. GameMode Steve. Oh my goodness. He's finally on the show. We're going to do an awesome conversation, guys. Got some channel members hanging out already. Guys, it's going to be an amazing show. Let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. Let me roll back through this long list of chat. You guys have been going on today. Love it, guys. Love it. All right, let's see. We got Mary Lizzie, Paleo Man, Big Pidge. We got GameMode in the house. We got Mad Scottish Geck, Dark Lord Zarek, iPlays, Derek Powers, Patrice Marie, Sub Mega, Caroline Kelly, Hawks Gaming, Dimash Smash. Let's see who we got. We got Carrie Megan in the house. We got .com, Charles Bernard. Let's see, Serious Lee's Gaming. How you doing, buddy? We got KJ PC Gaming, Pwn Stream, Matt Burford, JW. And if I'm reading your names twice, guys, I'll try not to miss nobody. We got Esh Morel in the house. What's up, Esh Morel? We got Turbo Life in the house. Let's see, Lady P, Vargul Gaming, Ivor Techno, the GT Concept GTR. Welcome to it, man. Glad to have you and welcome to the channel, man. Let's see, we got Beeblebum Go in the house. Welcome. And Beeblebum, thank you for the raid, good sir, man. Thank you so much for that. Nice. Thank you for subscribing, GT. Awesome sauce, man. GT Apex in the house. Welcome, guys. All right, I think that is everybody in the chat. Guys, thank you all for coming along for the stream. Always a pleasure to have you guys hanging out with us on these live streams. And definitely, let me cut that beat down just a little bit. Definitely is a great day, because I'm gonna tell you what, GameMode, I'm gonna go ahead and say it before I get into the podcast room, so you have to hear it later. GameMode is like one of my absolute heroes, guys. He is a YouTube content creator I've looked up to since I started playing the game, before I ever dipped a toe into YouTube, guys. GameMode is where it's at, guys. And if you're not subscribed to him, check the description below. There are links to his channel, and there's also donation links for those of you that like to support him monetarily. We'll talk about that more into the stream. What is up, Snow? KJL, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to it. Nice. Good to see you guys. And Deavanti, welcome to it, buddy. All right, guys. Now let me get the restream chat up on the screen. Bear with me. I gotta make a few slight adjustments here. I get my. There we go. Now we got it going. I had it sorted out to where my Discord would overlay over my restream chat, so I could see both chats. Awesome. Yeah, what a crazy 2 days. I agree. What is up, VB and Savannah? How you doing, guys? How you doing? All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump on into the podcast room and introduce our guest, guys. All right, guys, we have Steve from GameMode in the house. How are you doing, fine sir?
I'm doing brilliantly, mate. Absolutely brilliantly. Especially that I'm on here with you.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you what, man. This is like Christmas for me. I've been looking forward to this all week, man. When you said, yeah, I can come on and whatnot, I was like, yes. Basically, you're the guest that brought Into the Void back to life, because I was going to write this off as a bad idea and stick to doing what I know and streaming. But man, I'm so glad to have you on and to get an opportunity to talk to you about your channel and about you all together, man. So, man, how are you doing?
Fine, yeah, I can't grumble over here in lovely little Wales, in the UK. It's been really sunny here. Been out in the garden, sunbathing and getting a tan with the dog.
Getting that vitamin D, right?
Oh yeah, getting that vitamin D. Yeah, definitely.
That's right.
Yeah, I needed it.
Now, how is Evie?
She is fine. She's a bit lazy today. Yeah, she goes into lazy mode once she's had a walk of a morning. That's it. She's had a quick run. she becomes a couch potato.
So we've wore game mode out for the day. Our job is done. Time to relax. Listen, man. Let's talk a little bit about your history of No Man's Sky. You've been a player of No Man's Sky since the beginning, haven't you?
Since the beginning, yeah. I've been a big fan of No Man's Sky before it came out. I've been watching people, different YouTubers, Cobra, for example, talking about No Man's Sky, and it caught. What I love is open world games. I was addicted to Minecraft, and games like that. Driver, I love Driver, Parallel Lines, Driver San Francisco, and games like that. But when I heard about No Man's Sky being this complete universe that you could go around and go on any planet and travel around on that planet, I thought, that game's for me.
Yep.
I had to get it in the end.
Nice. So, let me ask you this. Now, you had a like your profession was in photography, correct?
Yeah.
So you already had a background in photography and whatnot, coming up.
Definitely. Sorry, go on.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead, man.
Right. Well, the secret is I'm not new to YouTube. For about 5 years, I had a vlogging channel, and before that, I was making short films for YouTube, and I was really enjoying it, And in the end, the vlogging, it wasn't as interesting to me as much anymore, and I kept saying to my friends, I need to do something different. And I kept saying to my friends, look, I want to get into gaming, online, but I can't do it. I only had a PS3. My PC had now completely died on me. So my friend Phil, I have to give a big shout out. If it wasn't for Phil, my mate, I would never have had GameMode channel. We were out one day, and he said, Steve, I've got to go to Game. It's a shop over here, gaming shop. I don't know whether you have them in America.
Kind of like GameStop for here, yeah.
Yeah. And he took me there, and he bought me a PS4.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
I wasn't working. I was practically almost all day in tears, And he gets home, we set it all up, and then he told me, the good thing about it, Steve, you'll be able to do Minecraft now on YouTube. So he showed me what to do. We set up the PS4, and then it suddenly dawned on me, I can buy No Man's Sky now.
Nice.
I kind of freaked out, It was I can get it now, so I did. It was about 5 months into the game coming out that I finally got it, but I was kind of watching everybody else, and I was falling more and more in love with what everybody was doing,
Yeah, I'm with you 100%, man. I came into No Man's Sky quite a bit later. I think I picked the game up after Atlas Rises had been out for I think it was on 1.38 update or the 8th patch. When I finally got into No Man's Sky and started playing on the PS4, but I had a real interest in sci-fi stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
How about yourself? I know I've seen a lot of your streams where you've covered the SpaceX launches and stuff like that. You got a passion for space and technology, correct?
Yeah. I remember, vaguely remember the moonwalks, and I was born in 1964. So I vaguely
I wasn't going to make you
them.
tell nobody, Steve.
Yeah.
That's on you, buddy.
So I know I've been telling everybody I'm 35, but it's a bit of a lie. Yeah, and back in 2004, I won the Millennium Award here in the UK for a website that I'd made.
Oh, awesome!
And it was all about how NASA cope with depression and bone loss in space. Also, I linked it to something that my mum's got, osteoporosis, and how we can learn from NASA, for people like my mum who has osteoporosis. So I made this website. I won the Millennium Award, and they sent me to Florida to NASA, and I
Oh,
did the
my.
astronaut training experience. So that's kind of added to to the interest of space. Working on a full size space shuttle simulator at Kennedy Space Center was just awesome. It was just brilliant, and it was still under testing at the time. It was still in its beta stage, and we were the first ones to land the space shuttle. Pretending,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
but we actually landed it without killing each other, so it was great. I started at Mission Specialist 3. I then found myself managing to get to being pilot, and then I conned my way into being commander. That's the kind of guy I am. I taught my way through things.
Oh man, I consider it your shining personality that puts you in those positions, brother. To be fair, man, I have been a fan of your channel for so long, and
Thank you.
just that your interaction and involvement with this community, is just, to me, it just sets, it's the standard. I mean, it sets the standard for the rest of these games and the rest of these communities and the rest of these channels to strive for. I've been telling people all week, because the chat knows I've been happy leading up to this podcast. I've been talking it up all week. But, and I mentioned, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna mention, you're the YouTuber I look to as a role model for YouTube. I think, because you're a very well-spoken individual. You're very kind. I mean, kinder in situations than I could possibly muster. You're outgoing, and man, I'm gonna tell you what, and I will tell you guys here in the chat real quick. The link is in the description. KJ will be dropping it in the chat periodically, guys. Seriously, if you're not subscribed to GameMode, you are doing yourself a great disservice, because this is the kind of channel that defines what YouTube channels ought to be like. And now that I got you all red in the face and embarrassed, now let's talk a little bit more about you, buddy.
I'm glad the cam isn't on at the moment. I've got some notes that I've written down for you, actually. When I first started the channel, to give you a better idea, I actually started the channel on November the 30th in 2016. And my first video was Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, a walking simulator.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
January the 1st, 2017 was my very first No Man's Sky video.
Oh,
But I've been
yeah.
playing it before that. But it was my first proper video. There were a few before that, actually, to be honest with you. But what those dates were, I can't remember.
Oh, trust me, I don't remember last Tuesday, so you're doing great remembering that much.
What happened then? I have no idea myself, actually.
Yeah, I know. I was actually in my channel doing some, basically doing some work in the channel, like dressing it up and customizing a little bit. And I got to looking at my community page or my about page and realized I'm coming up on 2 years. I'm like, what? It don't feel
Amazing,
like 2
isn't it?
years. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the first time I started watching you and Semtex UK, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, I've got to have that. I've got to have those guys on my channel.
Oh
And
my
I was
goodness.
so happy when you both agreed. And I remember I was new to interviews. I don't think you two had been interviewed at all, had you?
No, man.
It
Like I
was
said,
new to all of
yeah.
us. I'd had one interview, and who was it with now? Oh, I can't remember. Somebody had interviewed me, and I thought, oh, I like the way they did that. They were very professional and all this, that, and the other. And I thought, right, let's try the same with Sword and Sam.
Oh yeah.
And I hope they don't notice that I'm a bit of a noob myself.
Oh my
But it went
goodness.
well, didn't it? It went well.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, that was like, to this day, and don't get me wrong, this community is awesome. This game's awesome. The people that come to these live streams are awesome. But one of the most defining moments in my walk or my journey through YouTube, it's been that interview, man. That
Yeah.
really, that's one of the things when I look back at if the day I hang the headphones up and shut everything down, that's going to be one of the things I can rest my hat on and say, I got to come on Game Mode. And he interviewed me back when I was a nobody. I mean, I think I can't even remember back. I think I had like 100 subs, maybe less back then. And man, I said it the other day, man, you seen something in me that I hadn't seen in myself. I mean, you was telling me this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I just don't believe him. But yeah,
I love your accent. I love your personality. For what I could see with you, Sword, was I saw a setup. I saw a setup straight away, and I'm glad that I saw it. You know, sometimes you just spot someone and you think, oh, I like them. I'm going to follow them on YouTube. And you were one of those guys. Do you remember that evening? I've just remembered now. When you got in touch with me and you said to me, Steve, it would mean the world to me if you got on my friend's channel live. He's on now, and it was Semtex UK.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yes.
Do you remember
Yes.
what he was like?
It was like Game Mode.
I was confused. He was so shocked, and I thought it was a joke at first. I actually felt famous for the first time in my life.
Oh man!
I thought why?
Oh man,
it was funny.
Those were some good days, man.
They were.
I mean, granted, I've spent a lot of time since I've been doing YouTube looking out for other YouTube channels and trying to pay it forward, because that's what you were doing with me. You know, you had a successful channel in No Man's Sky, and you wanted to share other cool creators and great creators out on your channel, and that's kind of set the tone for me to keep pushing and paying it forward to these other channels. And there's so many great content creators out there right now doing No Man's Sky. But man, back in the day, there was just a handful of us. And, I mean, I come in very late, but like you and Cobra and MZK and Just Jared and L Plays and what was it, Legacy Zero, y'all guys were putting out like daily, weekly content for No Man's Sky, and it was like, man, I was like, I had you on like the hotline as soon as you went live. I was up in that chat. That's still today one of my favorite live streams is to go to and hang out is one of yours, man.
Oh, thank you. I'll tell you what really helped me. It was MZK. We call him here in the UK MZK, but
yeah.
So all of you know what I'm talking about. It's
yep.
MZ. I was chatting with this young lad. It was one of the first times I'd done a live stream. I was very quiet. I was like, right, I'll just get out. And it's frightening. There's like a spider baby over there, and I don't really like that. I was really quiet, and people were telling me to talk a bit louder because they couldn't hear me. But MZK comes along, and he said, Steve, keep up the good work. I'll see you again, buddy. And I went to bed. I'll never forget it. I went to bed with 6 subscribers. They were all my friends. They were all my personal friends, and were supporting me. I woke up the next morning with 79 new subscribers because of MZK.
That's awesome,
he did me
man.
that big favour, yeah. And what happened, I was so confused. I got out of bed and I looked at Jill and I said, I don't understand what's happened, but I've got 79 new subscribers. And she kind of looked at me, and then MZK got in touch with me and he said, Steve, I put an article about you on Reddit. Worked.
That's awesome.
Worked.
Yeah.
I was foaming at the mouth with excitement.
That is awesome, man. Yeah. Oh my goodness, man.
You never know where it's going to come from, do you?
Yeah, man. Well, hey, I'm telling you what, Dan, he's been a great content creator and a great supporter of this channel with me and Semtex. When he would come on, like when we would do the Fortnite, he'd come on with the Fortnite streams and, be in the chat and be supportive. We, like I said, man, there's so many great creators out there that just,
Professor Cynical's in the house.
What is up, Pete? Or Professor Cynical, how you doing, buddy? And I think Rant and E Minor said in the chat, and I got to read this to you, man. Rant and E Minor said in the chat, Stevie, please do a Mousy the Traveler Part 2. I'm going to tell you what, guys. I was at work when that video went up. And I'm sitting here being all professional, all dressed up in my work uniform, had my earbud in and had that going on my phone. I'm like, what is this? Mousy Travels. I mean, coming off of GameMode's channel, I'm like, it's got to be all right. I open up this upload, and it's Steve doing the mousy voice. And it's like a really high-pitched Alvin and the Chipmunk voice.
Yeah.
I laughed so dang hard, man. I had people looking at me like, this guy's crazy. He's over there laughing to himself. Just couldn't contain it,
Do you want to know the
man.
truth behind that? Do you want to know what brought it all on?
What's that?
I was thinking of doing a joke for the No Man's Sky community and making a completely new YouTube channel, and it was Mousy going to be doing all of the videos, and I wasn't going to give away it was me. In the end, I decided against it. I went through a right manic stage doing it. I was crying, laughing, editing it, and basically I didn't speed it up. I just altered the pitch of my voice as I'm going through, and it was good fun, but it's just very awkward to do. I discovered it's a lot harder to do than what you realise, but I will be doing another one. I gave a hint about it about 2 months ago, was it, or something like that? 3 months, can't remember now. I did a partial mousy thing, but he will be back. He will be back when I'm in the mood. When I might have to have a lot to drink before I start it though.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, and on top of like No Man's Sky, you do like vlogs and stuff, guys. I mean, he like, you know, he just does these real short, just, hey, how's everything going? You know.
I socially distance myself on lockdown.
Yeah.
Where I'm in the box.
I know, I've seen that one.
That was Jill's idea. That was Mrs. GameMode's idea. So, you know, thumbs up to Mrs. GameMode there. That was just mad. That was a mad half hour, that was. There it is, yeah. It was me in the box.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. She put you in the box. At least she give you a cup of tea.
That's what I'm wearing now, actually. I'm wearing that now. That's exactly how I look, but not in the box.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome, man. But
do you know what happened? You know when Jill was closing the box, she knocked me cup of tea all over me.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But we kept cool, we kept quiet. we carried on professionally. It was my own fault. It was my own fault.
I mean, you see, guys, this is up into 9 months of content already, and you see how much content GameMode puts out, guys. Like I said, if you're not already currently subscribed to GameMode, you're doing yourself a great disservice by not being subscribed to GameMode and following this channel, guys. He does some amazing content. You can't watch his content and not smile on the inside just a little bit. He's a great guy. With that being said, what's your plans for the future? I mean, is this? I mean, you're doing fairly well with the YouTube. You're up to almost 3,000 subscribers now.
I'm getting there. I have had a bit of a sort of a lull while I've actually not stopped doing anything, to be honest with you. You wouldn't believe what I've been doing in the background. And you know, with a new PC, getting used to it, setting things up, and completely gaffing everything up, and then having to repair it all again, in the way of Streamlabs, OBS, and so on. You know, all those learning curves. Once I've got my PC up and running perfectly, you're going to see a lot more content. I'm just waiting for the lockdown to be finished, so my mate can bring me new gear around, put it in for me, and set up my new monitor, and then you're going to see more No Man's Sky stuff.
Awesome.
I also want to get a few other space things that I've got planned as well. Spacey things.
Yeah. Are we talking some Star Citizen?
Definitely Star Citizen.
Awesome,
Definitely.
awesome.
I haven't got it yet. I'm going to buy that when I've got my 8 gig video card. Once I've got that, I'm going to get it.
Oh yeah, I think you're
I've
far
got to
too
get
nice
it.
for Star Citizen, though. I think because Memo, thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated. Yeah, you're just far too nice for Star Citizen. I've seen some of the Cobra content where like people are trying to talk to him and get information on where he's at so they could take his ship and rob him and stuff. And I'm like, man, poor GameMode's gonna go into Star Citizen and they're just gonna roll him and leave him stranded on a planet. And
Yeah. I'm going to be gutted and I'm going to have my pelt taken off me.
So listen, guys. When Steve gets ready to get into Star Citizen, all you Star Citizen players, guys, we need you to take him under the wing. He's got to have his security escort and stuff while he's playing.
Yeah. I'm not going in by myself.
Awesome. Now, listen, guys. With that being said, we talking about his he's gotten into the PC gameplay, guys, and started setting up for got a new PC or a new to him PC, and it requires upgrades. It's like, you know, especially with YouTube, guys. It's not. Don't let anybody fool you. YouTube's not something that you invest like 10 grand into a setup and then have instant success. You piecemeal it. You do what you can when you can, and you buy this part or that part or this thing to help your stream quality and this, that, and the other over periods of time. I've been super blessed and fortunate to have awesome people to support the channel to help me fund this passion project of mine. And I'm saying that to say this. Oh, yes it is. Yes it is. There is going to be KJ, if you'll drop down into the description and grab that Streamlabs link for GameMode and drop it in the chat for me, dear, I would really, really appreciate it. But GameMode has a Streamlabs link, guys. You can donate through Super Chat on his live streams. You can do the channel membership through his channel. But I will tell you this, guys. Helping somebody get the equipment they need to put out better content is an investment in entertainment. This one of them things that, especially with Steve, myself, I would never consider. It's something that doesn't even phase or cross my mind. But helping out other creators is what it's about, guys. Investing in your entertainment. I enjoy so many creators out here, and I as well will jump out and support these creators. There you go. KJ dropped the link. Guys, that is a Streamlabs. Basically what Streamlabs does, that'll send you to a site to do a donation via PayPal or however you got your Streamlabs set up. You may have to create an account, but it's great because I have a lot of good things with Streamlabs. One, it documents who donates. Two, it takes a much smaller portion of that donation and applies it to the creator that you're donating to, and it's automatic. It's like, if I donate today to Steve gets it today, and that's what I like so much about it. That's why that's the link that we're gonna have floating around there, guys. Any of you guys watching this stream on the replay that want to financially help GameMode with equipment and whatnot to help the quality of his streams and help him build this PC and upgrade it. Nice. Thank you for the follow, Gaming Blue. Welcome. But yeah, if anybody wants
to say a few things,
go ahead, buddy.
I have to say, I've been over the years. I've been doing Flight Simulator. I used to make stuff with for the Fly 2 Flight Simulator, and also I worked with trains, doing scenery for that as well. And I've worked with a lot of communities. I have never come across such a generous lot as the No Man's Sky community. A couple of, and you'll have found this yourself. Sometimes you're just left completely and utterly shocked of the generosity that's out there, whether people are helping in a monetary way or even just with their time to help you out. You can't buy that. Do you know what I mean? You can't buy that help. It's so genuine. It's a really good, genuine community. And I love being a part of it. I really do.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, I've been doing this a little bit, and I've been streaming, lots and lots of hours of streaming. And I'm going to be honest with you, this community never, ever fails to amaze me at their generosity.
Yeah.
It just every single stream, there's always people there with kind words, and to me personally, it's come hanging out with me in the live chat. You know, I look at it like this. There's so much entertainment out in the world today that watching Old Sword do a live stream and play a video game, there's so much other stuff that people could be doing, but they choose to let me become part of their life, and that, to me, that's one of the key elements in this whole community. Is like people are so generous with their time and with their support. Not as much, just not even speaking monetarily, just the support in chat, just the support with encouragement, just the support with sharing these links out and subbing these channels and watching the content and whatnot is just truly amazing.
Yeah. You know what got me with the sort of, not just my personality, I always thought to myself, I want to thank Paris White. Have just received $5. Thank you very much, Paris.
Awesome.
I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I was thinking about Sean Murray and the way he is and the personality that he is as well. He's such a nice guy, and he's in this in his heart, and that's the kind of thing I wanted to portray as well, and that's the kind of thing that you do and other No Man's Sky content creators are in the same way, and those that follow. We're all in it for the same thing. I love the fact that I can get into No Man's Sky, get rid of all the rubbish that might be floating around in the world, and you can just lose yourself. And I always think about what Sean wanted for the game at the beginning was for you to get out there and you're all alone. You're in a universe and you're all alone. And it made me feel alone, very alone. The very first time I ever got into VR on No Man's Sky, I turned off the HUD right from the very beginning. I didn't know where my starship was, and I was doing a live stream at the same time, and I was completely gobsmacked how I felt. I've never ever felt like that in a game before. No game has done that for me, and looking around with no HUD, not knowing where my starship was. I was in permadeath, and I thought,
no.
this is it. This is the game that it's supposed to be. And giving out those feelings to everybody else is, it's just good fun. It really is good fun. And to hear also from people who watch your videos and what their experiences are, I absolutely love. I hope the guys that follow me never stop letting me know what they're doing. It's not just about me, it's about the community, isn't it?
I agree, man. I agree. You hit one of the key things right there when you talk about the comments. Like, I do a lot of live streams, so most of the people that are in, come to the live streams, they say what in talking whatnot in the live chat. But I'm gonna tell you what, it's a very, I don't know. Even now I still get giddy every time I see a new comment pop up after the video, after it's uploaded and somebody's caught it later and wanted to say something about what they seen in the live stream. Doesn't that just light your day up?
Yeah, definitely. It really makes me smile. I like to sit there, have a quiet half an hour, and I'm thumbing through all. I always read all of, even if I don't always reply. I always like and love people's messages. I make unless I make a mistake, or YouTube cleverly hid it, where you go back later on, and you find out they're being held for review.
I know.
I keep forgetting about that, and then you see, why is Karen's being held for review? She's talking to me all the time, and people like that, and thinking anyway. But other than that, I always try to like everybody's messages, because I do enjoy them. You need that feedback
Yeah,
as a content creator, don't you?
it was great. It's great interaction, and I love how YouTube provides that for us as creators, that our audience has an opportunity to have a contribution to the input of the streams and stuff. It really does. I mean, it really does mold and you know, drive you to do better. You know, when you know, people say they enjoy certain things, like, man, you want to do more of it, or you want to. Yeah, to be fair, guys, I don't think anybody puts videos out that they know people aren't going to like. You know, not intentionally anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I know there's like times where you just, I know you've been completely, I can only say it as gobsmacked about how many channel members you've got there. I'm looking through KJPC Gaming,
Oh my
Big
goodness,
Pitch,
man.
Mad Scottish Get, Pink Program, Kibbles, Ivy Mike, Truth Mechanic, Golden Geck, Ivor Techno, Bruce Zolo, Esmerel, MTG, the Gapney Gang, uh, Lady P, J Spot J, Stormin Norman, Day McSmash, Kerry Megan, and Joker and Combined 24. That is just awesome. It is just, I can imagine what your face must have been like when you were going through all of these.
You should have
The
seen my
smile.
you should have seen
The,
my face at 8 o'clock this
yeah,
morning when I was making this new channel members list. It was like,
yeah.
I just did this yesterday or the day before, and I'm redoing it. It's like
Well,
it, yeah.
I know what it's like. I've got some channel members, which is absolutely lovely, and some of my channel members are here tonight in the chat. Can see them.
Awesome sauce. Well, man, shout
But
them out if you see them, man. Hey, trust me.
oh, and Daniel Hipley. Hi,
Yep.
Dan. How are you doing, buddy? I was thinking, one moment for me, well, one of many moments, was when I was talking about getting VR for the PS4, and three different members of my channel started to donate.
Yep.
And William, most of us know who William is. He pops in, and he said to me, "Steve, check your check your PayPal." I said, "Why?" I thought he was joking with me. I thought he'd hacked
Yeah.
into me PayPal or something. He donated $100.
Oh yeah,
And then
man.
somebody else followed through with $50, and the next day I was able to buy it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that with that many different communities. They certainly look after us. And he turned around and he said, "You know what?" He said, "I pay so much a month towards Netflix." He said, "I'd sooner give the money to you."
That's how I look at it. You know, and that's just my philosophy on it. That's not everybody's. And listen, let me go ahead and stress this real quick, because we was talking about this a little bit last night. There's some stuff going on YouTube, a couple videos out of just some really just atrocious people out on Twitch and YouTube that just don't appreciate their fan base. And you know, listen, and I guarantee you that Steve will agree 100% with me on this. The only thing that I would ever ask of you guys, like, or expect or would desire from you guys, is just your time. You know, watching these videos, coming to the live streams, hanging out in that live chat. To me, that's better than gold. And it
That's
means
a valuable thing, isn't it, to us?
yes.
I would say it's the most valuable.
And I mean, and like I said, with the support in the channel, guys, leave that to the people with the means that feel compelled to do it. Because, to be fair, I would rather have you here than you know, worry about a few bucks here and there. You know, it really does mean a lot to me, guys. And to be fair, I have mixed feelings about doing the channel membership and even putting the channel membership list up. But the channel membership list to me is, you know, these guys have supported me, and it's like I want to do something to show my appreciation, and this is a part of that, is putting this channel membership list up. And because to be fair, if I'd done it at the end of the stream, I would miss somebody. Even if there was 3 people there, I'd miss somebody. My memory's not what it used to be.
I know what that feels like.
But yeah, it is what it is, guys. And like I said, you know, I wanted to bring Game Mode on today and introduce him to some of y'all that may not know him. And to be fair, that's a hard. It's nice. Thank you, Ivor. Much appreciated. Me Red Bull on me. Nice, dude.
Perfect.
Yeah, but it you know, it's something that it's. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Ivor got me. But I love Game Mode's content, and I love the fact that he's on PC now, so it brings him over to the platform I'm playing on. But he's also playing on the PS4, and he does a lot of great videos. He has a lot of great ideas in his videos, and he's a very, very pleasant guy to hang out with and talk to in his live chat and during his streams. I want you guys, if it's within your means, that are able to help him, support his channel and purchase the equipment and the stuff needed to continue that work. That's why I want to get these links dropped out in the channel, and for you guys to, if you feel compelled to do so, support Game Mode, because I'm gonna tell you what, guys, he's the one that encouraged me to become who I am today, and guys, I'm gonna tell you, I'd hate to think where I'd be if it weren't for creators like Game Mode that's took these little small channels under their wing and lifted them up. Thank you, Esmeril.
He's a good lad, isn't he? He's a good lad.
Oh, yes, he is. God,
You'd probably be passed out drunk in the kitchen, wouldn't you, mate?
Oh, my goodness.
Drunk on Red Bull, though. On Red Bull.
Oh, man. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm getting to the point now, if I get cut, I bleed Red Bull. It's like,
yeah.
We talking about this human malware going around and stuff, and I had a couple, real life friends ask me, it's like, You not worried about catching that? And I'm like, well, no, I drink enough Red Bull. It usually kills most viruses when it gets in my bloodstream. It's like, nope.
I'm like that with Guinness.
Oh, I love it.
I've got to be honest. I love my Guinness. I don't drink it. I'm actually. I keep going on about booze in my streams, and it's a bit of a laugh, and I bring it in. But I very rarely drink. Usually.
Yes,
but
sir.
I'm thinking of getting into the Red Bull thing as well, to be honest. Oh, no, I do love Red
Steve.
Bull.
No, yeah. Steve, don't.
You may have created a monster.
Man, I'm gonna get some news report. And Steve died of a coronary. He drank too much Red Bull. And I'm like, no, it was
my eyes have popped out my head or something like that. I look like a guppy.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the channel members that are already in the live chat. You ready to open the calls up to this, Steve?
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah. Well, listen, we have Carrie Winkle, Dimash Smash, Joker Incorporated, KJ PC Gaming, and Lady P already in the chat with us tonight. Already in the chat with us today, guys. Been so patient, so gracious, and hanging out with us, guys. Awesome, Richard Huntington. Thank you, dude. Awesome. Let's go ahead and we'll just start from the top. Carrie Winkle, how you doing today? She's muted. I caught her by surprise.
I'm not muted now.
Hey. Nice.
I'm doing well. It's a Saturday.
Awesome sauce. Is there anything you would like to ask? I'm about to call you Captain Steve. GameMode Steve.
I answer to anything these days. My age. It's true.
Oh man.
Dogs' names, cats' names, Dalek names.
I'll answer to them. Oh wow.
I would say, well, okay. So one of my favorite things about No Man's Sky is how, for different kinds of people, you can choose how you want to play the game. So for me, I really like an economic game. So I have a lot of fun with earning, money and finding ways to sell things and that sort of thing. There are some combat things and they're exploring things. What kind of is your favorite way to play the game?
Me, to be honest, it's just getting out there and being nosy and checking around. I tend to when I'm actually playing live stream. Sometimes you've got to play in a way that I would not normally play, and just to make it a little bit more interesting. Like when I made Vartra, I made a base called Vartra, which is an activated Indian base, and I started learning how to glitch build, and I really enjoy doing all of. And it was a part of No Man's Sky that I hadn't really tapped into properly. And I learned so much, from it. But my gameplay is very, what some people would say is quite boring. I like to get out there. I like to find out more about my planet that I'm on. I will spend a lot of time on that planet, and then I will move on to the next planet, and so on. And I don't always follow the storyline straight away. I might do that a bit later, quite a bit later in some cases.
Nice.
Thank you.
Let's see. We got Dimash Smash in the chat. Man, how you doing, Dimash? And GameMode, I come across... actually, I was watching one of Captain Steve's live streams, and he recommended Dimash Smash during his stream. And I think he posted a link up to his 50 subscriber when he reached his 50 subscriber goal on Twitter, and that's when I subscribed. And man, he's doing really well. I think he just broke 100 subscribers this week.
Wow. Oh, that's good.
Let me ask you this: any advice you could give to creators like Dimash Smash?
I would say enjoy the game that you're playing, like No Man's Sky. Show your joy for it. Show your enthusiasm. Be honest, and most of all, be yourself. And learn from your mistakes. If you make mistakes, don't worry about it. I'm making mistakes all the time. You would not believe how many times I've had to use KJPC Gaming as my memory, or Daniel Hepley as my memory. Because I'm hopeless. I've got the worst. I always say I've got the worst memory on the internet. However, I do enjoy playing the game, so I try to put that one on. So I would say enjoy it. Don't force it on yourself, and yeah, just enjoy it. Enjoy the game. Learn from others. Watch people like Sword and Karen.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, Dimash, man. He's been doing some No Man's Sky and Star Trek Bridge Crew. He's got a pretty varied repertoire. But I'm gonna tell you, his 50 subscriber video that he did. Man, I'm talking about somebody being jealous of his collection. He has got a wicked collection of games, man.
That must really help. I've got a boring collection of games myself.
Well, he's got a lot of memorabilia and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
But yeah, it does help, doesn't it? Of course, my channel's primarily like yours. It's No Man's Sky.
Yep.
I do have a second channel which I hardly use now. I'm actually fiddling around with a few ideas for that second channel. I'm not going to get rid of it. If anybody's got any ideas and can throw them my way, please do so, because I'm playing with a few things, but I'm waiting until I've got the computer upgraded, and then I can do a lot more. I feel in a bit of a limbo at the moment, in between the PC and the PS4. I bet you'd have felt like that at some points, didn't you, mate?
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's like every time I see another game and get started involved in it, Sean drops an update, and I'm like, I'm right back in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dimash, man, tell us a little bit about your experience with YouTube, man. I see he's unmuted and muted a couple times. I think he's just waiting for a break in the conversation, man. You gonna have to butt in. Like me and Steve's kind of like the old guys sitting out on the milk crates in front of the gas station. We won't. You gotta jump in when you can. All right, give him a couple more seconds. All right, let's move on to Joker Incorporated. How you doing, Joker?
I'm doing just fine. How about yourself?
Oh man, doing awesome, man. Man, anything you want to ask Steve or talk to Steve while we got you on the call?
No, I'm just listening and
Awesome,
hanging out.
awesome.
I'm currently save scumming an orbital base to make sure that I'm not out of the build area. So.
Oh, nice. Cool, man. Good luck. Well, I know our next one on the list here is going to be going to have some good commentary or good questions for Steve here. We got KJ PC Gaming on the call with us. What's up, dear? How you doing, Karen?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to No Man's Sky. Oh, this isn't a recording. Hi, GameMode. I'm going to tell a really short story. I promise it'll be short.
Go ahead.
Back in early 2018, it might have been Christmas of 2017, I searched for No Man's Sky on YouTube, and it took me to Gaming Mike. And I was watching Gaming Mike, being very mousy, being very quiet. I never talked to him until like a year and a half later. But during that stream, GameMode came on. And Gaming Mike's reaction to GameMode being in his chat was extraordinary. And so I had to look up GameMode. So I looked up GameMode and skip ahead to August of 2018. And I'm watching GameMode live streaming the first day of the next update. And I'm watching this guy run around trying to figure out how to make launch fuel for his ship because everything had changed. Yeah. And most people were like freaking out and I can't do this and I don't know what to do. But while GameMode was looking around trying to figure out how to make launch fuel, he was scanning stuff and looking at the sky and enjoying the game and completely calm about it, at least on the outside.
I aged 25 years during that stream.
Yeah, and I was like, since the Beyond drop, I know what it feels like now. And I was like, that's how I want to play this game. I had only owned the game for like hours and I was completely confused because I learned how to play the game by watching Gaming Mike and Ivy Mike and everything was different from what they said. Because I learned how to play Atlas Rises and then I watched you playing next and I was like, that's how I want to play. And 5 months later I had my own channel and someone compared me to you. And I was like, lovely. They called me the American Game Mode. And I was like, that is the biggest. That is huge.
Yeah.
And you're just amazing. I've gone back and forth between how does this guy stay alive to realizing you stay alive because you take what you need and you do what you have to do, and the rest of the time you're just enjoying the game. And
honest, that's it. That's if there's anything, yeah, that's what I do. You know, I recorded it, but the other night I made a right goof. I'm going to be honest with you. I told everybody that I was going to go to Thunder's base. He's been making a load of bases. So I'm all excited about this, and I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just enjoying life and carrying on in my own blasé little way. And then I suddenly realised when we were chatting together, I don't have a survival mode save anymore. I deleted it, and so I can't go to his base. So hurriedly, I dived into a survival mode game, and I've been working on that. You know. I think I nearly got killed 15 times. I mean, it was only survival anyway, permadeath. But during that period of half an hour, I was so frantic. I nearly got killed 15 times. I was getting attacked by the weather. I was getting attacked by the animals. I was getting attacked by the stupid drones, whatever they're called. And I wish you could have heard me talking during that one. I've recorded it, but I didn't talk in it, unfortunately. It was like in the middle of the night, so I didn't want to wake up Mrs. Game Mode and Miss Game Mode. But thank you for your kind words, Karen. I really do appreciate it.
You all in the chat, you have to, you can't play this game and never having watched Game Mode. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, he never fights, he never gets into it. But the fact of the matter is that he does. He knows that he doesn't have to fight. And that's when you really, really know a game. When you can just walk past sentinels, just fly past pirates, and do it all the time. And he does it all the time. But I'll tell you what, when he turns around and he goes after those pirates, they die because he knows what he's doing. He does it very
Secret.
subtly, but he knows.
That is the secret, to be honest. Yes, you're right. You sussed me out. You sussed me out. Yeah, you've. Sometimes you start to realise, don't you? Oh, I see how the game works now. Hello, Starman. How are you doing, buddy? Thank you so much. I met Starman. He's one of the most awesome guys you could ever meet. So big thumbs up to Starman. I started to realise I was destroying everything that I could find. Do you know what I mean? If an animal bit me bum, I would shoot at it, and this, that, and the other. And I was, you know what it's like. We've all been there. And then I started realising, hang on a minute, I don't need to use up resources like this. I don't need to keep doing that. There are ways around it. Like I discovered quite by accident that I didn't have to have a freighter battle to get the freighter. I landed on a planet, took off again, and discovered that the freighter was all clear for me. So, things like that. Or when you play a new game, you don't have to go through the storm at the beginning. Once you've done a search, you've scanned with your first map, and they're showing you how to use the maps. Just wait. Let the storm go. In real life, what would we do? We'd stay in our starship, wouldn't we? We'd wait for the storm to pass, and then we'd get out and then carry on. So that's what I do. I try to make it a bit more realistic to what I would be in real life, to be honest.
Awesome sauce. When you can tell the truth, Game Mode. You was really pacifist in the game, but then you watch KJ's videos and see her like melee and sentinel walkers and stuff like that.
I'm gobsmacked.
Yeah, and you're like, well, I got to step up my game. KJ's showing us all up.
Oh no, I love it. She beat the living daylights out of me any day, and I'd be proud of it. You know, I would definitely. I think, well, at least I went down well. Yeah.
I at least try to tell people ahead of time, you can avoid this, but I'm not gonna.
There's times where you don't want to miss it. You know, there's times where if you're going for all the scores and things like that, and you're trying to pelt your way through. It's brilliant. But there's times where you don't need to, and you can play a more a lazy game, as I like to call it.
Well,
just chill out, chill with me.
I want to take one moment and thank Miyamo 10 Franz Bellis for the super chat, and Richard Huntington for the super chat, and Esh Morel for the super chat earlier, and Ivor Techno for the super chat earlier. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you.
And Karen is nearly whoa. I was just looking at your subscribers.
Yeah.
KJPC Gaming 911 subscribers. Awesome.
Guys,
are we having a party?
Amazing.
Are we having
Thank
a party
you all.
when you get to the FAO?
She's live streaming.
Game Mode has promoted my channel. Gaming Mike has promoted my channel. Xaines World has promoted my channel. And Sword built this channel.
Oh, no. You built this channel. I just told people, listen. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I can send people your way, but they gotta watch. And they stick around and watch because you're awesome sauce, KJ. That's all there is to it.
And then Sword tells people that I put up daily content, so now I have to.
I've been waiting on that message, like, shut it, man, quit it, dude, come on. Well, listen,
There's
guys.
a lot of people, there is a huge number of people who are behind what I put out there. And, a lot of people now, later, after Beyond, KJPC Gaming taught me this stuff. People taught me this stuff. I learned how to play this game from the people that you're watching right now, Game Mode and Sword and all these people. And I always try to tell you where I learned something. And I gotta tell you, like, of all of the many, many things that I've learned from game mode, the biggest thing that I learned was to just stay calm and solve one problem at a time. Turn your camera on and look around. And that was a huge thing for me. Just stop, go into photo mode, and look around. And I learned that from game mode. And I try to pass that information on as much as I can.
That is so
Chill,
awesome,
relax. If we had all the technology like we're being shown in No Man's Sky, we'd have a little drone. We could send up, and when you go into photo mode, I view it as though we were using a drone. And you send it
Yeah.
up, get it to have a quick look around, scanning for the yellow flowers and so on, scanning for the oxygen, and that's what you do. I love role playing in games, and because I am a bit of I'm not lazy, but I would say I'm just chill. I'm just a chill person, and so I just sort of chill me way around. That's what I'm like in the countryside. That's what I'm like in the cities. I just chill me way everywhere.
Nice. Well,
And then I get home and stressed.
Listen, guys, I got a very, very special caller on the line, Lady P. Lady P, I noticed in Xaines World's Sunday stream last week, and she came over from Xaines World, subscribed to Xaines World, and came over and subscribed to my channel, and has been coming to every stream, guys. She's now a channel member, and is very, very new to No Man's Sky. How are you doing, Lady P?
I'm good. I had to find the unmute button.
Trust me, we've all been there. So, how are you liking No Man's Sky, Lady P?
I like it. It's going. It's a lot to take in at one time.
It truly is.
You know what? I had that problem at the beginning. I got No Man's Sky, and my problem with No Man's Sky was when I started watching other YouTubers right at the beginning, I never saw the very beginning of the game. So when I started playing, I was a bit gobsmacked. I wasn't expecting this right from the beginning, where I'd wake up and I'd have to find the starship and all this, that, and the other. And I think the best thing with No Man's Sky is take your time. Just
That's
enjoy
right.
it. And learn from your mistakes. It's not a bad thing. In real life, if you were stuck in that position, I bet each and every one of us would make some very, very big mistakes. So, just enjoy it. Have fun.
Good advice.
Thank you. Yeah. I've
Do
been
it in your
talking
own
that
time.
real.
Yeah. A lot of people have said to me, Steve, which way should I play No Man's Sky? And I hate answering them because we all like to play it in different ways. Some of us like to earn loads of money. Some of us want to go for the best starships. Some of us want to find and make the best bases, and that's brilliant. That is brilliant. But we're all different, and this is what I love about this game. It gives us all something to do, and we can do it in our own way. So what I recommend is find your own game style. Keep watching people like Sword and Karen and everybody else that's Xaine. We've got Zaine's World there, and so on. Richard, we've got Richard Huntington there as well. All great gamers, and they all know how to play the game. But we all play it in our own different ways. I mean, I sit back watching Xaine, giggling my head off. I absolutely love Xaine and his personality. He's such a great guy, and I'm always gobsmacked about how much he knows.
I know.
Do I know anything near what Xaine knows? No. I don't know a quarter of what that guy knows, but it doesn't bother me. I still enjoy it.
That's it. Well, and I'm gonna tell you that's something I had to learn very early on, because I was when I came to No Man's Sky, I was a grinder. I was like, I want this. I want to max this out. I want everything to be top spec, ship shape, S-class, everything perfect. And I met.
Have you changed?
No, but my problem was I thought everybody should be doing that. It's like, why aren't you wanting the S-class? Why aren't you wanting? I met a streamer called Ashinda Fire Mist a while back, and she was putting up content. I'm gonna tell you guys, Ashinda could care less what ship she was flying, what multi-tool she could have. Her main enjoyment of the game was going around and scanning the fauna. That was her bliss. That's what she, and I mean, she done much more than that. But when she would stream, that's what she would do. She'd hop on a planet and walk around and try to 100% scan the planet and just enjoy. That was what she enjoyed, and that's what she did. And man, that's the moment when I seen that stream. That's the moment when I said, you know what? There's no right way to play No Man's Sky. It's just, you play it the way you want to play it. I mean, at the end of the day, what are you doing? What are you playing a video game for? To enjoy yourself. And if you're not enjoying what you're doing in the game, why are you playing it?
You know what I did, Sword? What I did, I actually started playing, and I played for a bit, and then I deleted the save and started it all over again, because now I had a better idea of how things were working. So it made the game more enjoyable, and don't be afraid to restart your game.
Yep.
It's good fun. I love the start of No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
I think about every month I probably start a new save because I love the beginning. I love that piece of music by Paul Weir.
Paul Weir, yeah.
I just love. I absolutely adore that music. I will play the beginning of No Man's Sky just for that.
Nice. And now I've been really, really guilty. You know how most of the time I'll start the streams out in the cam scene, and I'll switch to the gameplay scene where it's in the load screen. I've been guilty of shutting it down and restarting it, shutting it down and restarting it, shutting it down and restarting until one of my favorite songs come on, so I can have it loaded up. When I click over to the screen, it's playing that song, because it just gets me in the mood to go play the game. It's just, I couldn't tell you what the name of the song is. The one that starts out with the piano. Yeah, it's amazing.
That moment when you first get into the space station, I remember that first happened to me, and you hear that piece of music with what sounds like the guitars, and you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm going into the space station for the first time. Yeah, what a piece of music.
I agree. I agree.
Very
I
well
play
chosen.
the beginning of the game like more than once a week. And I have 15 save files to prove it.
Wow.
So there's two moments in the game when because I play, as you know, I play permadeath a lot, and there's two moments in the game when I know everything's going to be okay. The first moment is when I find a single sodium plant or a cave. I know everything's going to be fine. That save is going to have to be murdered in order to die. The second moment is when I enter that space station, and it's like that's the realism moment for me. Like you've woken up, you don't know where you are, you're lost, you have no idea how to get help, and you fix your ship, you struggle through all of this stuff, and then you fly into the space station. It's like entering civilization for the first time after being lost in the wilds. And it's such an epic moment, and that music is absolutely perfect for it.
Yeah.
I agree. Man, I am super chuffed to have all you guys along today. This is I'm having more fun than I've had in a very, very long time. To be fair, guys, I can't say it enough, and I'll probably say it to you more times before the end of the stream. Game mode is just like, man, this is like meeting the president for me. I know it sounds odd.
I can't see.
I know it sounds odd, but seriously, man, me and Steve's been friends for a long time. We've talked quite a bit, messaged one another quite a bit, but it's just every time it's like a pleasure and a privilege to get to speak to him, because to be fair, man, he's like a role model, guys. He's somebody, seriously, without a doubt, I've looked to. And Zaine's World in the chat there, Zaine's another role model of mine that I look to, that when I started taking YouTube seriously, and it wasn't just hit a button and talk to people for a little bit. Those were the people I said, that's who I want to be more like. And man,
you really hit the nail on the head there. But with Xaine, I when I did the planetary walk, it took ages, didn't it? Because at first I was just doing little
Planet
programs,
and
wasn't I? Like 20 minutes here, half an hour there. What did it take? 6 months in
Yeah.
there
It took
to
6
do this
months to
full
walk
walk?
around East West Minor.
Yeah.
KJ,
Right at the
KJ
end.
typed in the chat earlier. He
Yeah,
picked the biggest
yeah.
planet in Eisenham to walk around.
Yeah, yeah. Well, trust me, why didn't I pick a little moon? I go and pick the biggest planet that's out there. And but you know what really cheered me up was when Xaine came in right at the end. You would not believe how happy I was when he gave that support, and he didn't have to,
Oh
And
yeah, man.
so thank you for that. It really cheered me up.
Oh,
It was quite an emotional thing at the end, especially when one of my subscribers had put on a sign in a big bright sign saying "Welcome home, game mode" or something like that. I was really made up.
I
It's good
know,
fun.
man. That was epic. I seen that. That was freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, it was. I love little moments like that. You keep them, don't you?
Yep.
No one can buy that for you.
There you go, guys. There's a Xaine's World. And I'm gonna drop his link here real quick for you guys. Guys, but I feel weird saying if you're not subscribed to Xaine's World, go subscribe, because I assume that everybody's subscribed to him. But that's not always the case sometimes. So listen, guys, if you're not subscribed to Xaine's World, go get it done. Hey, come here. You got a minute? Awesome sauce. I'm off the camera. You can come here. Just put the headphones on. I want you to say hi to Steve Brown. Can you hear him?
Yeah. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
That's good. I'm posh and I'm British. I'm not really posh. I'm just pretending.
Oh, okay.
How are you? Are you fine?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm
Good.
leaving for work.
I ambushed her
Oh,
before she went out for work.
Wish you all the best on that one then.
Thank you.
Hashtag Mrs. Sword in chat.
It's
I
lovely
hit
having
some.
you on. Yeah,
Maybe.
definitely.
Sorry, guys. Mrs. Sword come in to tell me goodbye, and I said, "Yeah, let me ambush her."
I'm up for that. Yeah, you carry on, mate. You carry on.
Sword, weren't you just talking about how Mrs. Game Mode brings snacks and stuff, and you were
Yeah.
wishing Mrs. Sword would do all that?
She's already out the door. You ain't getting me in trouble.
If he thinks to ask her before she goes to work or text
Yes.
her, then she'll bring him something.
Oh yeah.
But she doesn't feel obligated.
Yep. Well, to be fair, Mrs. Sword stopped bringing snacks and treats to the studio or into the studio when we got an argument about the refrigerator. Because
Oh.
I told her, I said, I'm going to buy me a mini fridge for the studio so I can keep my drinks. Why do you need it? Are you that lazy? She said it a lot more colorfully than that. But she's like, are you really that lazy you can't walk from the studio to the kitchen to get a drink? And I'm like, well, then I'd have to get up and leave my stream and go walk in the kitchen to get a drink. If they got a refrigerator in here, then it's right there. And she rolled her eyes, and she thought that was the end of the conversation, and she said no, and, vetoed it, and that was the end of the conversation. Fast forward like 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, and I go get a refrigerator, put it in the studio, and throw away the box. And it's there. Never said a word about it. Never told her I went and got it. Just went and got it. It was like 3 days later. She walks into the studio for something and sees the refrigerator, and my phone starts ringing. And I'm not going to go into the details of the call, but I'll leave that to your imagination. She weren't very happy about it.
Shall I pretend to be Mrs. Sword?
Oh. Go ahead,
I'm
make
sure
it.
Raha just said
She
hashtag
picks it up and
Bridgegate.
throws it at you. Sorry, Karen.
Bridgegate, I like it, girl. All right, guys, so we got Eshmerel in the waiting room. Let's pull him on in. Welcome to it, Eshmerel. How you doing, buddy? Think I caught him sleeping. He's muted.
No, it was me. I talk in my sleep. Actually, it's true. I've got many a story to tell you about that one. Maybe not now, but Mrs. Game Mode has got an awful lot more stories to tell you, believe me.
Oh man, yeah. You always count on Mrs. GameMode for a good story.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome sauce, guys. Now listen, guys, the link for the Sword Discord, if you're not already joined to it, is in the description of the stream. If you'll tap down to the and drop down the description, there's a link there. Y'all are welcome to join in. Those of you that are already joined up to the Sword Discord want to hop on the call, jump into the podcast waiting room, and I'll pull you guys in as I see you pop in. But we're just going to keep on. I don't know what kind of time constraints you have, Steve. If you got time, man, we'll keep rolling. I'm enjoying this.
If you
Yeah.
want. May I say that you're waiting? I was sitting there. I was quite happy. I had a beer and
well stocked green room, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, nice, Smurf. Thank you, buddy.
Oh, that's kind.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, you can't ask for a better gaming community. It doesn't exist.
What Smurf said, leaving for work, just wanted to show my support before I go. Love you, Sword, Game Mode, and the rest.
Awesome, man.
Thanks,
Heck
Smurf.
Yeah. Sword, is this the 24-hour stream? No. No, me and Steve's far too seasoned to be able to sit and do a stream for 24 hours.
A good 20 hours would be just Sword and I snoring.
Yeah, exactly.
And talking in our sleep. That's all.
Man, you talk about back in the day when me and Simtex was streaming together, earlier on in the stream. I remember, because see, back in the day, I used to stream straight off PlayStation. Had no camera. I had this like 48-inch flat screen that the PlayStation was hooked to, and I would sit in a chase across the room with my headset on, playing No Man's Sky and streaming it. And 99.9% of those early streams, I was laying down in a very comfortable position, just playing the game, and just chatting with him as I was playing. That's the reason it sounded like I was half asleep on them streams. And there's been a couple streams that we've wrapped it up and like would hang out and chat and whatnot, or be doing something, finishing up a project. And I remember enough times that it's kind of embarrassing of hearing that voice. Hey, Sword, you there, mate? and I'm like, yeah, I'm here. Man, it was some good times, guys. Good times.
The pity is, he doesn't live too far from me. I could drive to his house in probably about 40 minutes, less than that. Semtex, I'd love to meet him one day. I really would.
Oh man,
Let's hope he turns up for when we do have a get together in the future. Obviously, this year it looks as though it's had it, but hopefully next year, let's see what L Plays can do for us.
Yeah. I'm hoping. Even to be fair, if they can get something just squashed together by the original date, I would still go. I mean, I haven't completely ruled it out, but the reality of it is getting, kind of further and further away of it being able to happen this year.
Yeah.
Mrs. Game Mode has snuck into the chat and is trying to hide.
Oh,
Has she?
Aha! We got her.
Oh,
How?
There's a spy in the house.
There's a spy in the house.
I was going to say she's just making sure I'm being a good boy, but she will be able to hear me. We've only got a small cottage, so it is a small house. It's like a 2 up, 2 down building, so it's
Yeah,
tiny.
she heard you mention the beer, and so she thought she better come in and...
Beer, cake, talking in my sleep. Believe me, I'm petrified about what Mrs. Game Mode can tell you all.
Oh, I know. I had to she's getting better at it, but Mrs. Sword has outed me like 3 times on stream because I'm very peculiar about giving out my real name during the stream. And yeah, she's done it. I've actually taken streams down because I've flashed my email before, and I'm like, nope, that's got to go. Sorry, 5-hour stream, out the door. But
that's one thing, so that I thought I keep thinking to myself, because I know what your real name is, and And this is what it is, guys. Honky Tonk Plingswarp. That is his full name. Sorry, mate. I've given it all away now. And that's why he won't tell us. That's why he won't tell us.
Well, Sword could go a long way to stopping Mrs. Sword from saying his name by stopping the frustrating behavior.
Yes, true. Because you know how
She
you know how
gets
the moms
frustrated
do.
and it
Yeah.
comes out.
Yeah. They say your full name when they're mad at you. That's no
Yeah.
different when you're married.
Mistake of having Stevie's Vlogs, my channel beforehand, so everybody knew who it was. You know when have you ever had anybody actually bump into you in the street and you know who you are?
I've had a few people in real life that have subscribed to the channel and pop
Really?
in, and every one of them's been extremely gracious and not come on and said, "Hey, how you doing?" such and such, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, big props to those. I went for a very, very long time. Went for a really, really long time not letting on at all in real life that I done YouTube. Just to keep that separated from real life, to where when I came here, it was my little kingdom, my little world. This is where I'm happy at. And
But you know what? Oh, sorry, Sword.
oh, go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you something weird that happened to me, and it was one of my earlier YouTube channels. And remember, I only had about 80 subscribers, and one of them was called Stevie's Vlogs, as a lot of people know, and the other one, before that, it was Stevie the Badger, because that's what my mates call me, because I'm a grey hair. And I was on the bus coming back from, I think I'd been to the Comic Con in Birmingham or something like that. And I was on the way back. I'd just got a long train ride, you know, and coming back. And I'm on the bus coming home when there's this tall guy in front of me, good-looking lad, long hair, and he's looking down at me, smiling. And he gets off. He's starting to get off the bus, and he looks at me, winks, and he said, "See you, Stevie the Badger." And I just didn't know what to say. I'd never met him before in my life, but he'd obviously been watching my videos. Now, what are the chances of that? Meeting someone with so few followers.
The funniest story
Very weird.
is actually caught on video when someone found out Steve's true identity. Creator of Star Wars.
Clark
Yes.
Kent. Oh yeah.
Mr. Lucas, I presume.
Yeah, Mr. Lucas.
What happened in Disneyland, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I believe I look like George Lucas, but I'm only half his size. And and I've only got less than, well, I haven't got anything like the money he's got. None of us have. But I was sitting near the toilets in Disneyland Paris, right to the side of the Tower of Terror. A lot of you who've been there will know exactly where I mean. Sitting there minding my own business, and this very good young looking couple was staring at me, and they kept smiling and and looking at me. Then I started to realise she was secretly filming me.
Nice.
And I thought, now, at a Comic-Con before, people kept coming up to me and shaking my hand, saying, "It's lovely seeing you here." And my friend Emma, who was with me, kept saying, "Who were they?" And I said, "I've no idea." She said, "Honestly?" I said, "Honestly, I haven't." And each and every one of them, I found out later, was a certain well-known Star Warsy guy. Anyway, I realised what this couple who this couple thought it was. I felt really sorry for them, but I was with my sister-in-law, and she was telling everybody who I was, and I wasn't. I'm just Steve. I'm just Steve. I felt a right fool. It was funny though. It was funny.
Man, I'm sorry, Steve. You're an awesome guy. I've been signing autographs. I'm like, yeah, where y'all want to take me out to dinner at? Milked it for everything. It was hard. Like the real George Lucas showed up. Like,
yeah,
my bad.
I'd have done it, mate. I would have signed it, but I would have signed it Steve Brown, George Lucas lookalikey.
George Lucas is a pen name.
Half his height.
Oh man!
I'm only a geck.
Nice, nice. Well, I think I seen the chat there. Eshmerel's got his mic working. How you doing, Eshmerel?
Hello, everybody. Sword Nation.
Hey,
Game
buddy.
Mode, everybody.
Hi, mate. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Now, my Y cable got a little split in it. I just found out, so I had to super chat Fiend to get another one. I'm here. Just
Good
want to
having
say,
you, buddy.
Steve, it's an honor. I started No Man's Sky. You know, I got turned on No Man's Sky by Ivy Mike, of course, but then gravitated into some of the other streamers, and you were the next one that I really, just got into your intro of, your name is Steve and you are my friend and all that. It's almost, now I'm gonna say this carefully, almost as warm as KJ's giggle.
Nothing can be that warm, surely.
Almost. So yeah, but appreciate what you and the other streamers do. Outside of loving the game, I love to support people that have the opportunity to do what you do. I've missed a lot of opportunities in my life, so now that I'm in a position where I can help provide opportunities, I mean, I can't help everybody, but it's so much fun to support people that are in this game and this fantastic, great community that we have. The things that you, Sword, Ivy, Mike, KJ, I mean, and oh my God, I know Xaine PhD is in the chat too. the over and above and beyond, just don't realize. And I'll just, real quickly, I won't take a lot of time, but real quickly, Xaine, amazing. The guides that you do, the logic, the math, everything you have to do and prepare to put your guides out is awesome. KJ, your energy, your bubbliness. I don't care what kind of bad mood I'm in. I listen to KJ's laughing and I'm just done. It's fantastic. For I handicapped son and things, so I understand what you do, the work, the travel, everything you do, and then to put your time and effort. And I know a lot of people may say it's a hobby. They may say it's this, but I adore what you do. You're fantastic, man. Ivy Mike, I don't know if you're in the chat. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be into this game, and I thank him for that. Oh my God, Lord Nation, and then No Man's Sky community. Everybody from the latest I've just met, Lady P, to KJ, to Tragic Trucker. I mean, oh my God, it's just the people in this community are so diverse, so awesome, the best, the nicest people in the world. I see a lot of love and happiness in this community beyond any other game that I played. And believe me, I played some. Storm, Norman, and I were discussing in chat yesterday in Storm's Sword stream about how long we've been playing and in the computer industry. I mean, back in the BASIC and COBOL days and Apple IIe's and all that. That was such a fun conversation. But look at how everybody evolves in this game. Sean and them, of course, they had a rough start and everything has a rough start. Everything has a rough start. I mean, as humans, from childbirth, we have a rough start. So you look at what they've done to this game and have not charged us a penny since.
Yeah.
People can't always forget that. Okay. When I look at some of the other games that I play, I won't mention names. I see the DLC prices that are almost equal as some of the game prices was and things like that. These guys have been over backwards. They listen to us, and irregardless of some of the toxic forms, I'm not going to mention any names there, but they listen to us. I know they do watch the streams, have to. I mean, that's just common business logic. And as a retired businessman, I know logic is paramount, which I know you know that, Xaine. So, but yeah, Sword, KJ, all you great content creators, I'm happy to support you. Super chat being, he gives his own shout outs to everybody. So I adore watching what people do to make this game. I mean, like Action Pants Game, he was doing such a great stream, and then it crashed, but then he went back in it. I mean, all the dedication of everybody that puts into this game, and you come out of your own pockets, take money out of your own family budgets to keep your equipment up, to do all the things that you need to do to have the correct video cards and the chairs to sit in and everything. Man, I just love all you guys, and I wish I could support more, but I do what I do when I can. And thank you guys for just making this such a super community, a super game. I try to do my part. But Sword, I swear, one of these days you're gonna have to come and do some planning in my bases. As much as you raid my bases, man.
Ishmael's my go-to when I need something I don't have. I'm like, he's got gravity
Anybody,
balls. Let's
you're
go.
welcome to any of my bases. I don't do the grand activated Indian bases and the rich money bases, but I provide the bases for the extra stuff like the weekend missions that people need for us, the Gravitino balls and the nipping all the weird stuff. So everybody's welcome. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah,
Now
well,
you just figure out a way to plant vortex.
I know.
Thank you so much, Esmeralda. I can't even begin to thank you enough. Your support of my channel has been amazing. I really appreciate it.
Yes,
You're
sir.
welcome, KJ. And everybody, like I said, I try to get around as much as I can with all. I mean, there's only so many hours in the day that you can watch during the stream.
He cut out on
It's really great. Now, this is more of a community than anything.
Oh yeah.
Very good community, isn't it?
Yes.
I couldn't have put it better myself. Though, all of the things that you brought up, exactly, I think, which it's in all of our hearts. It certainly is a beautiful community. And I was thinking when you were saying all of those lovely things about how Sean and Hello Games, when they look back at our videos, because they definitely watch us, what is going on in their minds and hearts, and they're looking at our passion for the game, because we often not really grumble, but we have conversations, don't we, about what we'd like to see in the game and what we want fixing in the game. And they know we're not really moaning. We're actually saying this game is one of the best games we've ever played, and we just don't want it lacking in any way. And I personally, I was thinking of just changing things around a little. What would you guys want now with No Man's Sky? I'll tell you what I want: diversity in biome, and for them to get the main game itself more steady, more solid, and then work out getting more different types of goodies. But what do you guys want?
Let me just interject this real quick, and then I'm gonna back out and let other people talk. But years and years and years ago, one of the first space games was called Starflight, Roots of the Cloud Nebula, I believe it was. And that game you had a spaceship, you had a crew, you had a RV that you'd land on a planet, and you had to fight deadly creatures, and you went driving across these planets in different biomes and everything. It's so funny that game, oh my God, probably 40 years ago, maybe. Now, this game, No Man's Sky, reflects people originally wanted to see in a space game 40 years ago. And to me, the only other thing I'd like to see added, at least right now, is just what Steve just said, where you can land on the planet where you have, like, say, polar caps at the poles, and then maybe tropical in the equator, different biomes across the planet. Because with Steve, I don't know why you did decide to pick a Jupiter-sized planet to walk across.
I must have been punch drunk at the time, mate. I do
He
not.
would have been able to walk from tundra to snow to, oh my God, that would have been epitome of it.
And
So yeah, that's my
way.
opinion. More diversity in the biomes and in space. I'd like to see gas giants, even though we couldn't land on them and things like that. A sun that we could fly into if we wanted to, but we'll see what happens. I know that they work on ideas that we all submit to Zendesk and things like that, but that's off to Sean and Hello Games and everybody that contributes. Oh my God, like I said, Xaine's guide, AJ's tutorials, Swords information in support of other streamers, Game Mode. I don't know how you fit in that box, by the way. But anyway, I just
Yeah,
love
little boy.
Because he's little.
I just love this community and everything that we've done, and this game has so much ahead of it, you guys. Just think of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, they've dropped a couple of things that people complain about, like, okay, well, the mech and because it can't turn and the knowledge is slow. But look, they're making gains. No matter what they do, they're making gains, and it don't cost us nothing. Stop crying over stuff that's free. That's what I tell
Oh
people.
yeah.
I think
it's-
we had MZK on PT's live stream a few weeks back. I was able to join in on the conversation with that one, and I think MZK wrapped up all these updates with one phrase that pretty much resolved everything. Any conversation could be had. It's content.
Yeah.
Whether you're a player of the game, a creator of the content for the game, anything, even if you don't like it, even if it's something you'll never use, go through, or do in the game, it's still content. And it means they're still working in improving this game and bringing us more stuff to do in the game. And I just, to be fair, with what GameMode said, what's the type of things we would look for. And to be fair, I look for Hello Games just to keep doing what they're doing in the track that they're doing, and in the scale that they're doing, and staying safe, and creating content, creating games. That to me, it doesn't matter what we get. If we get the combat update or the space update or whatever update you guys, that in your hearts or in your desire for the game will be, just fill in the blank there. Whatever that content is, it's content. It's going to bring more players like Lady P to the game, and keep renewing and refreshing this community and this player base. I mean, this game's coming up on 4 years old, guys, and we're still, huh?
It's hard to believe, isn't it? No?
Yeah. What? I've never known any other game title outside of something like Minecraft or Fortnite that has like monetary support in the game. I have never known another game that has continued updating and continued getting new content for over 4 years without just scrapping the old game and creating something new and being a sequel.
Can I just say, because of you, somebody else has put £5 in the PayPal. Edward Sumrall. Thank you so much, Edward. Thank you.
Hey, stop talking my name out there like that.
That was super chat. That was super chat fiend. Awesome.
Can't hide from super chat fiend. Ask KJ.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
So the speculation conversation drives me insane, and I don't enjoy it. But I just a couple of things. Cobro said, I'd want to witness the destruction of a planet collision or witness a star going supernova. Go back and play Next. When Next first dropped, we had planets that were actually touching each other, and you could walk from one to the next. And Hello Games went to a lot of trouble to fix that. But you want them to reverse that. But we've gotten them to do it before. The melee jump was a bug. It was a glitch.
Yeah.
And Hello Games fixed it, and then they had to go back and unfix it because we all wanted it.
I'll tell you what, I changed my answer. After KJ brought that up. I want the shuffle back, Sean.
Yeah.
Give me back my shuffle. Oh my God.
There's only a couple of things that I want. One is flowing water. I think there's so many games that have flowing water that Hello Games could probably do it. And the other thing is, I want permadeath returned to the next level of permadeath. This business of waking up and having oxygen provided for you at your ship so that you can make a refiner, we don't need that. There's 10,000 deadly plants around us trying to kill us in permadeath. We have plenty of oxygen. We don't need permadeath to be made easier. And when I started playing permadeath, I remember one particular playthrough. I think it was right after I started 38 minutes of permadeath, I had to walk around the edge of one of those giant rocks to survive to get to my ship because there was nothing. There was no caves, no sodium. All we had back then was whippy plants, so there was no oxygen near me. I had to literally shimmy around a rock to get to my ship without dying. And now you can just walk to your ship like it's no thing.
And
It's
you will never
practically
forget that
normal.
game, will you? You'll never forget that game because
Yeah.
you were so involved in it. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
I was saying
intensely
earlier.
immersive.
Yeah, when I did permadeath without a HUD, right at the beginning, didn't know where my starship was, and I've never ever felt so ready to die, but wanting to fight to live in a game ever. It was just awesome. I was looking around, my head was everywhere. I was looking around for things that saved me life, and that was probably my favourite game ever.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it. And why? Because it was made hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's given us something to work towards. So I completely agree with you.
I remember when Beyond dropped and normal mode inventory exploded, and suddenly you can carry, 20 containers worth of stuff in your main inventory, and you don't even have suit slots yet. I thought, oh, that's fun for normal mode because it's supposed to be a chill exploration game. But at the same time, they made permadeath easier. And I was like, why did they do that? They kept our suit slots the same size and they kept our inventory the same size. But then they gave us 2 cargo slots and free oxygen right there at our ship and all of these advantages. And I was like, no, permadeath is supposed to be intense. Knowing some things about how the game mechanics works makes permadeath easy enough.
You know what I would
to
like,
not
Karen?
feel
A
like you're gonna
slider.
die.
Yeah.
Huh?
A slider so you can make it as hard as you want.
Yeah.
So for those of us who have been playing for a while, I get it for all the newer players because it's a bit of a hard start, isn't it? With all of that grind, and it for somebody who doesn't know the game, it's quite hard. So I get that. But for the rest of us who've been playing 6 months and onwards, we need it harder, don't we? We need to be able to crank up those settings. So I mean, Thunder's saying this to me all the time. He loves a hard game. He thrives on a hard game, and it actually wakes me game mode up as well. I come out of slumber, and it perks me up.
Respectfully speaking, KJ, not all of us have the courage to go around budding Vikings like you do.
When Steve said
Proud
something
of you,
about the
KJ.
slider for the difficulty, I was gonna say it's gonna say easy on one side and KJ on the other.
Exactly.
Oh,
I
man.
think probably within 5 minutes of my permadeath tutorial for Beyond, I think within 5 minutes I said, if you just started playing this game, this is not the mode to play. You shouldn't be here. So if I'm skipping over stuff, it's on you. Go back and play normal mode.
It's before you stop the Viking.
I expected Beyond Permadeath to be just as hard as Next Permadeath was, and Next Permadeath isn't even close to as hard as Atlas Rises was. And so it's like every major update, they make it easier. It's and it's just stop it, Hello Games, stop it. It's supposed to be permadeath. I think I once said permadeath meant that when you die, you're dead, not that the game is intentionally trying to kill you. That's how hard permadeath used to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Did anybody see Richard's Survival yesterday? Oh my God! Imagine
I
that
have
was
to
the
go back and
permadeath.
watch it. Unfortunately, I was
Outside
trying
of
to
Mary,
plunk out
well,
some content.
that
so
was
that I
death
could...
in that game. That was so funny. Because when most
man.
people that play permadeath go from normal thinking we can do the same things as normal, and then the first time you step off a rock wrong, boom.
Well, don't let Richard Huntington fool you. He's been playing this game a long time. He knows what he's doing.
I know.
He's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
game mode. He would rather stand around and scan everything, and call plants naughty and tell predators, no, you're not allowed to bite me. He knows this game though. There's no doubt about it.
We'll tell you what, man. J Spot J, I got his channel up on the stream here, guys. Definitely go check him out. J Spot J's been doing a lot of permadeath no HUD. He's one of the when Cobra TV started the Cobra Civ, he traveled the hard way, warping to the Cobra Civ and made it there on permadeath, guys. But I'm gonna tell you what, it's not just his permadeath gameplay that's so intriguing. It's the perseverance to keep doing and keep going on after he's died in permadeath. Because I'm gonna tell you what, he's no stranger to that black screen. And man, he's just really put the effort and the time to keep putting out this permadeath content, guys. Y'all definitely need to be checking out J Spot J. He's been a friend of the channel and been a friend of the show for a very long time, and one of my I'd venture to say probably one of my first 100 subscribers. He's been with me a long time, guys, and y'all definitely, I dropped a link in the chat. KJ's dropped a link in the chat for J Spot J. Definitely go check him out, guys, because even with all that being said about permadeath being hard and going into it with a sense of anticipation or whatnot, knowing that what you're going to face when you start a permadeath save, I'm going to tell you something from experience, guys. There's nothing more soul crushing than to be to the point where you can start letting your guard down in permadeath and say, okay, I got this, and then black screen.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question of you hardcore permadeathers?
Go ahead.
So how do you cope with a hard loss? You're getting 20 hours in and you die. How do you cope?
I don't know.
I'm
Cry.
terrified.
KJ, I don't know.
I just hit about 20 hours in my file and I'm terrified. I am so scared.
Defense shields. Get on top of your ship when you land on a planet you've never been on before, and give the predators time to render.
Ah.
Yeah.
Very good tip.
After a permadeath speaks.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know the answer. I've died one time, and it was total sword fault, so it's like a game bug,
Dash, thank you for the $2 euro, man. Much appreciated that, buddy. Pure character doing Shaka-san with hand saying cool. Nice, dude, for the super sticker. Heck yeah. Guys, 07 dash in the chat. Awesome sauce, man. Dimash, man, to be fair, my best advice for permadeath is, and this is what I've done fairly consistently, if you're going to play permadeath, stay on permadeath. Don't jump back and forth between permadeath and normal. I get really bad habits when I get in the normal mode. Y'all guys watch enough content, y'all know I do not respect dying at all in normal mode. I will melee jump off a cliff no matter how much jetpack I got, and I don't respect it. But when I'm in permadeath and I play through a permadeath save, that's what I'm thinking the whole time, is like, don't die, don't do this, don't do that,
Don't take that chance. Be careful on the edge of that cliff.
yes.
I've even died jumping out my ship.
Don't jetpack downhill.
I wish I knew where that clip, where at in that stream it was. I'd pull it up and show you guys. I think probably one of the funniest permadeath deaths I've ever had. I started a new permadeath save. I started a new permadeath save. Streamed for 3 hours. Never got. I mean, there was a couple close calls, but nothing like that had me really concerned that I was going to die. I start going and getting my glyphs for the portal. And I'm on like my second or third glyph. I land on this planet to go grab a traveler grave and get my glyph. And as soon as I get finished interacting with the traveler grave, I get hit by a fauna. And my first reaction is jetpack away from it, find out where it's at, and kill it. Well, in that process, I jetpack away from it. I use up all my jetpack, go over this. Funny Imps laughed so hard at this. He picked on me so badly about it. The little ditch that I fell in was not much deeper than the traveler. but it was enough because I'd already took a knock or two from the fauna, and when my jetpack expired, I fell just a hair bit too far and black screen after a 3.5 hour stream of me just tearing permadeath up, and I'm like, and all you can do is laugh about it. I mean, John all knows.
My
That's what
biggest
I'm worried
worry about permadeath is I'll get 3 or 4 episodes in and get killed and have to go back and rebuild that entire character up to that point so that I can go on to the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Ryan's
worry
problem.
about. I think permadeath is like that movie, that military movie. I can't remember the name of right now. Once you accept that you're already dead, you're free
Yeah.
to act.
Yeah.
If you're a good soldier.
Oh,
There's
Tom
a couple
Cruise
of
is
like
great.
little things. I mean, that when you wake up on a planet and the suit lady lets go of you, if you don't touch your controller or your mouse, you're actually already facing where your ship is. It's about 570 U's in front of you. And you can actually make it all the way there without doing anything. All you got to do is run. If you know that little things like you can make a refiner before you get to your ship, you can refine marrow bulb into sodium. Just knowing little tiny things like that changes the whole game, and that's what I try to convey in any tutorial or even in just fun plays like Permadeath Journey. Is that it's not that hard once you know what you need to do. It's having the knowledge changes the whole game. And so if you just know that the ship is right there in front of you, then you can just relax and concentrate on the things that you need to do.
Yeah.
I think one of the main problems with permadeath is that they should have a mode where if you die because of a glitch, that you can, continue your permadeath save.
That's what backup saves are.
I mean, yeah, but not everybody knows that, though.
No.
Yeah,
I don't think I can back up.
We know to go to MS directory and back up and all. A lot of people don't know that. But so then again, just like saw, I think it was Ryan that just put in the chat, I watched that stream where Wolfie just, jumps out of her ship and falls through the planet and dies. I mean, it's, and you got good hours in or whatever. It's very frustrating.
Who was it that got out of their ship on the space station and dropped dead?
That was a Dark Lord. I think what happens he got killed before he got in the ship, or like it didn't register his death when he was jumping in the ship when he took that second hit. Oh, it was John Hall.
John Hall. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
and when he got to the space station and he hops out, he's just like right out in the floor. Dark Lord T2, nice. All right, guys, we were talking
ship
about
into one of those chewy plants. And at the same time, a couple of evil fauna got me as well. That was it, gone.
Oh, man.
I'd only just got my ship working, I was so annoyed with myself, but I was laughing, you know what I mean.
Now, I will say this. I don't know about Xbox. I will say this. PS4, if you have the PS Plus, you have a cloud save option. And you can go into your PS4 settings to set it to where when you shut down your PS4 and put it in a rest mode, it backs up the games that you have selected in the PS Plus cloud save to back up every time you put it in rest mode. Same with PC. You can go in. It's super simple. Once you do it the first time, it takes like 30 seconds to back it up. It takes like 30 seconds to back up your save files on the PC. But I highly recommend, if you're playing permadeath, especially during updates and hotfix seasons for Hello Games, back up your saves, guys. Because I'm going to tell you, there's nothing more soul-crushing to see somebody lose a save. Not because of a mistake or because of the game was hard, but because of like falling through the floor or falling through their freighter or something. So definitely keep backups. There's no shame in if the game glitches and causes you to die, backing up, going back to the previous backup from the day before or something.
Cool. Thanks for that shout. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Well, trust me, Hidden Panda was the one that showed me that trick. Because what had happened is, back in the day, certain exotic ships in your freighter would cause a glitch to glitch you into the wall when you exited them.
Mhm.
And Panda was on his freighter one day and jumped in his exotic and got hung up inside the freighter and couldn't save it. And basically what he ended up having to do was go back after the stream to one of his cloud saves, because I think something happened. He created auto save or something, so both his save files were glitched into that wall, and he was going to have to delete that save and start over. And he went to his PS Plus cloud save and uploaded it, and I think he lost like 6 or 7 hours of gameplay, and he was back up and running. But
Yeah, for the first time ever, in almost 2 years, I actually had to roll back a save the other day, and it was something really stupid. I was trying to show something, and I didn't realize that the new update, the mech update, had actually changed it, and so that something wasn't going to happen. And I got all the way to the end of the video, of shooting the video, before I realized that something just wasn't going to happen. And so I reloaded a manual save that was 24 hours old, and it about killed me to do it. So, but I just, it's the first time I've ever done that. So sometimes you just got to go forward and say, well, I did that thing, and whatever it was caused that. One of the things that I learned very early on from Ivy Mike and Gaming Mike is when you land your ship, you don't jump out. You land, you wait for the world to render, and then you get out of your ship. Because though it's not really much of a thing anymore, it used to be a huge thing, especially at the
terrible at
beginning
one
of
time,
Next. If you got out of your ship too quickly, you'd fall right straight through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there was no jetpacking back up like there is now.
Those were the days, Karen. Those were the days.
I've fallen through the planet plenty of times, but I've
Oh.
managed to get out of it somehow.
Yeah, I got up on
Drowned in water.
I got up on screen today, or on the main screen here, guys. The kill stream.
The kill stream.
The Friday night permadeath kill stream, where I took on or I shot the station in permadeath.
I thought when you did that, I thought you were trying to kill the.
I was.
And then, yeah, and then I thought, well, God, he's fighting pretty hard.
I wasn't going to die easy. But man, yeah, this was where I started going around getting a little brave and saying I was the best pilot in Euclid and daring people to try it. And, yeah. I don't know how
many people did you kill for doing that?
Oh my goodness. I never got anybody in permadeath. I always made sure they was in normal mode. But I know Captain Steve, he died. Frag Ninja, he died trying this. And I do admit, guys, I was a little meaner back in the day. Like Frag Ninja, he'd done a stream one. I can't remember what day it was. It was during the day. I was lurking at work, and he said something about, the stream title was the best pilot in Euclid. And I was just, I was cutting up with him a little bit in the chat and joking around. And I said, well, if you want to be the best pilot in Euclid, go shoot the space station. So he goes and flies up, and I can't even remember if he was in a fighter or what. And he shoots the space station, and I think he lasted like 30 or 40 seconds before he got black screened. And I did the same thing with Captain Steve on one of his streams. So, I mean, I always like, what mode are you in? You're normal. Okay, you'll get a grave. Let's try this. But yeah,
Let me show how new I am here. What happens when you shoot a space station?
What's on the screen here? If y'all are following along, like
Gotcha.
25 or 30 Sentinel fighters drones come out and try to kill you.
Oh man.
There's a mechanic in the game
Wrong.
that if you keep moving away from the space station and killing sentinels, there's less and less sentinels
Yeah.
as you get further away. But and Sword knows this. I learned it from him. But Sword will turn around and go back to the space station if there isn't enough of him.
Well, I don't want to end too
Watching
early.
Sword doing that. I literally have been a bag of nerves with a couple of cans of lager in my hand, watching Sword fighting away. And I
The
thought,
most
how can he
nervous
do
he's
it?
ever been with Sword was his latest permadeath run. I think the permadeath save was maybe 35 minutes older, and he was doing the shuffle.
Yeah.
And I was like, stop. You're making me sick.
Well, I try to entertain, guys. I try to entertain. Oh man, but yeah, I was
Kicking
I
the
was
hornet's nest right
sweating
down.
hard on this one. Yeah, I thought for sure I was going to black screen. I was like, at least let me black screen late enough into the stream or late enough into this attempt that it's something that I don't think this is the permadeath, guys. I really don't, because I think I had a yellow ship in it.
I'm sorry, but I'm breaking into the lager. I can't watch this without lager. This is a kick your legs up and watch Sword fight. There we go. That's
there it
better.
is. This is it right here.
There's the beer.
Now we're going into permadeath, guys. But yeah, I was so scared I was going to get killed quick in this, and then I was like, okay, let's do this thing. We can do it. Yeah, it's my yellow character. Here he is. But yeah, it's like either it's going to end very badly for me, but it ended up doing all right. I survived. So let's see.
How do I get a flashback of that airplane movie where that guy's got water streaming down his face and to land the plane?
Yeah.
Button bullets.
No.
I don't think, Sword, I don't think you ever got even close to getting killed in that kill stream, though.
Yeah, I mean, they start right there. I get a little bit lower, and yeah.
One of the best pilots in Euclid. I want to say it.
Put it this way: if you ever watch back any of those streams and you ever see my shield go down and the look on my face, that's actual got scared. Like right here, I'll look and see where my shield's at before I recharge, because I don't want to keep just spamming recharge and it be like, yeah, okay, he never even got close. I want it to get a little close. But man, when you see the shield go down, you see me really, really get quick on the recharging the shields. But yeah, guys. Well, listen, definitely any more comments or anything y'all guys want to add to this while before we close up tonight?
Let me make one quick shout out if I can.
Run, and I don't know how hard it would be for me to find it. Game mode doing permadeath is like game mode doing normal mode. Maybe mute your mic. I don't know how you do it.
Sleep. I go to sleep. And my thumbs are in automatic.
Oh, nice.
And because I talk in my sleep as well, it's great. You guys wouldn't know.
Oh man, I like it. Gamers
quick
like.
out.
Go ahead, Ishmael.
Just want to say that want to thank everybody, and I mean for the streamers, the players, people in this chat, people that are viewing. I mean, I want to just thank all the No Man's Sky great people for making this such a great game and such a great community, such non-toxic, such love and sharing and everything that makes this game the best game in the world. I just wanted to say thank you guys. For me personally, thank you guys, and especially a shout out, thank you to Action Pants Gaming APG and Xaine, because I've learned how to glitch build. Watch out.
Nice.
Yeah.
And for all those that raid my bases, I have put message modules by all the transporters now, so it tells you where it goes.
Nice.
You won't get lost.
Nice. Well, you got to remember who you're talking to too, man. I get lost.
All I gotta do is just stand in the transporter and find you, Sword, at my base.
I know. I went by the Raven Esmeralda's bases one day and
Love y'all.
See you, buddy. I
you
was
later.
raiding one of Esmeralda's bases one day, and I was doing it on stream, and I'm like, I come around the corner, and Esmeralda's standing there, and I'm like, oh man, so cool, so cool. All right, that's enough of the kill stream, guys. I'm getting to the point of tooting my own horn now. Let's close that and drop. There we go. Nice. And let's go to that screen. Nice. My goodness, Steve, man, it has been my absolute pleasure having you on today, buddy. I thank you so much for coming on the show.
Oh, mate, it's my pleasure. It's really my pleasure. It's something I've been wanting to do for ages, but you know, I'm in Britain, and usually, you know, the time difference is a bit awkward. But today, it's been perfect. It's been perfect. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I wish I could have done this a lot earlier, to be honest.
Oh man, I'm telling you what, it really has been a pleasure. And I'm, to be fair, guys, if I do any more of these podcast shows, I'm gonna try to start doing them on Saturdays during the day like this. So that way, some of you guys from across the pond that want to interact and come and hang out in the chat are welcome too. And same way with you guys in the live chat there today, guys. Seriously, you guys, the Discord is always open. When I'm doing a podcast, if we're doing something that I want to try to get through, or a conversation I'm want to try to get through, you know, you might hang out in that waiting room a few minutes, but or for a minute until we're done. But I definitely, you guys are all welcome to come on the show. And you know, when we started to stream off, the only thing I ask of with the podcast voice chat is you know, not the real heavy, you know, nothing you wouldn't hear me say on the stream. But outside of that, y'all guys are so welcome to come join us and hang out with us in this Discord chat.
Sword.
What's that?
Please tell Mrs. GameMode I've been a good boy.
Jill, if you can hear this, Jill, Steve has been a proper gentleman all night. We have been trying to convert him to the dark side, but he is so good and wholesome, he wouldn't do it. He's like Luke Skywalker. He will not turn. He's just perfect. So, yeah, you got no worries there, Jill.
Thanks, buddy.
No worries, no worries. Well, listen, you guys in the Discord chat, hang on. I'm going to go ahead and close the stream out real quick, and I'll jump back over there real fast. Listen, guys, thank you all for coming along for the live stream. Or for the podcast. I will be streaming No Man's Sky tonight here in about probably gonna be, no kidding, probably about 7, because I wasn't expecting this to go 2 hours. I've had a blast today, really had a blast. But definitely, guys, see you guys all back here tonight for the No Man's Sky stream at 7 p.m. We're probably going to do like a 3, possibly 4 hour stream. I didn't get in Final Fantasy this morning because of some technical issues. That's going to be the goal for tonight, is to do No Man's Sky for 2 or 3 hours tonight on the normal Saturday stream. And then after that, follow it up with the beta site, Final Fantasy 7, because we got a lot of content in Final Fantasy 7 that I want to get through and be able to. To be fair, guys, I made the where I was going to stream every minute of the gameplay of the Final Fantasy 7. And you don't know how gutting it's been not to be able to play it because I'm not able to stream it. So definitely, guys, be looking forward to that tonight. Following up here in a few hours. I got to get some stuff sorted out at the house, and we'll be setting up for that and starting back up. So I hope to see all your smiling faces here in a few hours for the No Man's Sky stream. And guys, thank you all. Oh, up. Hold up one second. We got Hawks Gaming in the Discord. Hawks Gaming, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, what's up, man?
Hey, buddy, I caught you. I seen that before the end of the stream and said, oh, no, we can't end the stream without getting Hawks on. How you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good, bro. Thanks for getting me in here.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. How's your Saturday going, man? How's your Saturday going?
Oh, it's pretty chill. It's nice. I got to take the dog out for a walk in a little bit, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Awesome, buddy. Awesome. Heck yeah. Man, I'll be honest with you, full disclosure, I've been meaning to watch that video you dropped yesterday, and it's on my list of things to do after the stream.
I hope you like it.
if it's anything like your last one, I know I'm gonna like it. So yeah, I know it's coming. I'm looking forward to it. I've actually been looking forward to it most of the day today. I'll tell you guys, I got up this morning and come straight into the studio. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning, and as soon as I booted up the PC and started working on the thumbnail for today, Photoshop crashed, and man, it took me and Xaine a good half an hour or so to get it sorted out, and finally got some work done. It was like, man, I ain't got time to do nothing now. It's been work all day today, so I'm happy because I feel like I got some stuff done. But man, I'm sad because I like gaming. So
Yeah, I know those feels.
But yeah, man, you and Game Mode need to chat about this SEO. I seen you comment earlier about helping Game Mode with his SEO, and I definitely, man, we really need to help him go into his channel and set up his tags and his stuff, whatnot, to help like you helped me with this. Game Mode's got the personality and the content and the channel to really succeed in YouTube.
That's the thing. He has over 2,000 subs, and man, if he knew how to do SEO, the channel would just skyrocket. I mean, he already knows the way, so he already has his formula in place. Just the SEO would just take it next level.
Oh, I agree.
Guys, I do need that help. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just shoot me a message on Discord, man. I'll give you a hand.
Oh, buddy, thank you. Thank you so much.
Heck yeah, and like I said, guys, Hawks, when you said you was going to be working on a new SEO video coming up?
Yeah, it'll be pretty soon. And I wanted to ask you a question because I'm coming out with my favorite creators video pretty soon. And I wanted to ask if I could use some of your footage in that video.
Well, let me put it out here to everybody. Even just go do it live. Listen, guys, I'm gonna tell you, I don't care who you are, what channel if you want to use any of my content, you feel free. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't put my content up like you're streaming my content on your channel.
Yeah, carbon copy, no.
Exactly. Don't. Well, I ain't even gonna go there. I was 2 streams in a row, guys. I was that close to saying it. There's some stuff going on with YouTube right now with stuff like that, but you know who you are. Seriously, Luke. But yeah, I had to, guys. I'm sorry, I had to.
Invader D.
Did you just sneeze, Sword? What was that?
it was Luke. But yeah, but
Do it again.
Let's private messaging, please.
But Hawks, you especially, man, listen, anytime y'all want to use clips from my stream, if you want to use content from my stream or something like that for clips or whatnot, feel free. That is something that I don't have a problem with. Now, if I click on and y'all are making fun of me because I'm some old backwater country boy, I might take offense. But,
oh, God, man, no, never.
But yeah, if
You're
y'all
one of
guys,
the good guys.
yep. Yeah, if y'all guys want to use anything like that, I'm gonna put it out there right now. Feel free. I don't mind a bit. Even when JC was picking on, well, I don't think he picked on me, but when I got that S-Class multi-tool, and he just went in like super slow-mo and me going, ah! I take that in stride. I think I laughed at that one pretty hard myself. So yeah, y'all guys feel free. But heck yeah, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah. I was like, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
I'm thinking of asking Xaine too, because he's one of those guys, man, like a pillar of the community. But I mean, he's such a huge channel, though. I mean, like I'm like P on like 20K or something.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something about Xaine. Xaine is probably the most down to earth person that I've ever. He's a friend of mine. He's a real good friend of mine, and I consider him a real good friend. I don't know. He probably looks at me like he's that dumb redneck that keeps calling me for tech questions, but Zane's really, really cool guy and very approachable. So I'd be honest with you guys. I'm very careful saying this. I'd say almost just message him because he's pretty approachable. But you might wake up and have like 100,000 messages. Freaking Sword. Dang you!
Yeah,
but he's there in the chat. I just tell him in the chat there. Be expecting a DM from Hawks Xaine. He's going to ask you a question. But heck yeah, that's what. Oh man, Nice, nice. Well, heck yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it because I really do. Hawks Gaming came in and done a SEO and how to use the Google Analytics to grow your channel. It's a lot of stuff some of these paid apps like vidIQ and TubeBuddy will kind of halfway explain to you to do, but Hawks took it to the next level, and he done it for free, guys. Just he put a video out and showing people, and I'm gonna tell you what, I'm not the only one that Hawks reached out to and personally helped with their channel tags and description, explained how this SEO worked. It's made a big, huge difference in the channel growth and how, you know, how Google looks at my channel. And I can't thank you enough for that, buddy. And definitely GameMode, brother. Reach out to him. You guys get in contact and DM, talk on Discord, because I'm gonna tell you what, it gets results.
Yeah, I try to give people the tools so they can succeed, but they still need to kind of find their way in how to do it. But mostly they have the tools to succeed. In gamer mode, he's already got the tools, so it should be win-win.
Yep.
That's funny. I've added you as friends, so if you contact me, because I've got the worst memory on the internet.
I don't know. I might have the second worst then.
Y'all just need to upgrade your RAM, guys. Come on.
We're old and out of date, man. It doesn't plug in there anymore.
That's exactly how I feel now.
Game mode's using DDR1.
If I'm lucky.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh goodness, guys. Well, listen. Any more comments, any questions or anything for you guys in the podcast room, guys? Anything y'all want to say in closing?
I just want to echo Esmeralda.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, KJ.
Steve, for helping me, for promoting my channel, but for helping the entire community and everything that you've given to this community. Everybody who is anybody knows you and looks to you and points to you under every circumstance. It's like, I don't know how to do this. Go watch GameMode. And I heard that for months and months, and it's so true. And I've learned a lot from GameMode. A lot of the things that are in my videos come from him. And it's just been awesome knowing you. I'm so glad I met you.
Oh, thank you so much, Karen. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
That's amazing. I can't wait to watch his content at this point.
I'm telling you, man.
I don't know why I haven't been recommended it, I mean, ever. What's going on, YouTube?
Maybe it was a good thing.
I don't know. You're an older gentleman like myself, so I'll probably enjoy your videos quite a bit.
Yeah, Game mode's a class act, guys. I'm telling you, I can't. I mean, I've been blessed with acquaintances and friendships and people I've met through YouTube. But I'm gonna tell you, Game Mode is right there. Is like, man, that was a very influential person in my life and in my gaming and YouTube career or journey or whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't be where I'm at today or wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for people like Game Mode.
I'm sure you would have done it, mate. I'm sure you would have done it. I'm almost positive.
I wouldn't even know Sword if it wasn't for you, Steve.
See? Hey.
It's amazing how the world works.
It is, isn't it? All the cogs fit together in. Even my eyes come into alignment every now and again. It's great.
Hey, you see, KJ just connected the dots because I just said last night if it weren't for my awesome mods and KJ in that chat holding it down with them links, and I couldn't do this stuff, guys. I really couldn't. And Game Mode sent her over to my channel. I mean, it's the circle of life, guys. I'm telling you.
It is.
Circle of life.
So thank you so much for everything. I really do appreciate it, buddy. And I have to say that Sword is one of the loveliest guys that you could meet here on YouTube. I'm proud of you, mate. I'm proud to be a friend of yours, Aaron, and all the rest of you. I thoroughly enjoyed myself with you guys. I feel safe with you guys. I feel as though I can always talk with you guys, and all the help that you've been giving me and the support that you've been giving me as well. You cannot buy that kind of friendship. So thank you so much.
Oh man, well deserved,
That's
dude.
awesome.
Yeah, guys. Now listen, before I close out the stream tonight, I will say this: if you're watching this on the reload or watching this after it gets uploaded, guys, definitely take a moment, lower down the description of the video, guys. It will have the links to GameMode's channel, and it will have a link in there for GameMode's Streamlabs account, guys. If you would like to help this awesome content creator with the means to create much more and much more higher quality content in his YouTube journey, if it's in your means and you have the heart, you just feel compelled to do so, click that link, and it doesn't matter if it's $1, it doesn't matter if it's $5, guys. Every bit goes towards this channel, and I can't think of a better creator out there to support. So with that being said, guys, with that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and close the stream out. I will see you all on the next one. Guys, thank you all for what you do. Thank you for the support you show my channel. Thank you to all my channel members here listed. And guys, just go out there, be nice to one another, enjoy this awesome universe that Hello Games has provided us. We'll see you all on the next stream, guys. Peace.